Hello guys, good morning. And today's LEET-CODE problem is determine if string halves are alike. It is what it means is you are given a string of s of even length of s is given, this string is given. We have to split this into two halves of equal lengths. Let A be the first half and B be the second half of string. Two strings are alike if they have the same number of vowels and constants, in them. Notice that S contains uppercase and lowercase letters. So we have to make sure that we have the string contains both the uppercase and lowercase letters also. So return true if A and B are like, otherwise return false. Okay. So we have to find whether two strings are alike means if they have same number of vowels or not. Vowels means A, E, I, O, U in small letters and A, E, I, O, U in capital letters, right? So let's take this text example here. And so v equal to 0 and c equal to 0. That means um, the number of vowels and the number of vowels here. So we have to take we have to split the string into two parts, right? A equal to half. Split the string into half, and half part should be come to one string and half part to the second string, right? So a string will be in this way, and b string will be book, right? And for doing this problem, we need to keep the tag of ovals and constants here. Okay. For first array, we need to do plus plus plus. Okay. Whatever the if it is an oval, then we need to uh, increment the oval value, or if it is, or else it is a constant, right? If it is not a oval, then it is a constant, right? So we can directly uh, increment our constant value here. So we will check for the first half here, and so now, um, so t is a t is not an oval, right? So constant, it will be a constant. So I will increase my constant value. So e. So and coming to this, these are the ovals, right? So e, there's e is present in these ovals. Yes, e is present, right? So we will increase our count of v to 1. Okay. And coming to x is not an oval, right? So we will increase constant value here. Okay. Now t is not an oval, right? So we will increase constant value here. Okay. So now we are done with the first half of our string. Next, we need to check the second half of string. Now, in this case, for while checking the second half string, we will decrement the values of b and c here. Okay. Now we have to decrement our values. Is b an oval? No, it is not an oval, right? So we will decrease our constant to -1. Okay. And o is an oval? Yes, it is an oval, right? So we will decrease oval count to 0. And now for the third, o, o is an oval, right? So we will decrease our oval count to -1. C. And observe here, the oval count is going to -1. From these we can say that they are insufficient count of vowels in both strings, right? So if at all the oval count or constant count will be lesser than -1 in the second string, then we can say that there is insufficient count of vowels in the B string, right? From this, we can say that the two strings are not alike, right? So if at all some v count or c count goes to -1 the second string, then we can directly say that they are not alike. Um, and after checking if we so after checking that we can conclude that after checking the second string, we need to check here if our v count is equal to 0 and c count is equal to 0, then we can directly say that we can directly say that they are alike, right? The strings are alike, so we will be returning true here. So this is the approach here. And coming to the code of this solution, first we will return the pseudocode here. First, we need to store this in a set, right? So first we will be storing this in set equal to this thing, and we will be initializing our v count and c count to 0 here, and we will be splitting our string to two ops, right? So from for 0 to n by 2, right? For 0 to n by 2, we have to increment our v and c count, right? So if mm, set dot contains I s dot caret I, then we can consider that it is an oval set, right? It is an oval set if the character contains in a set, if the character is present in a set, then we can increase our oval count, right? So or else C++, right? So we have successfully done with the first half of our string. We need to do the second half of our string. So in from n by 2 to n, that is string length, right? So we need to decrement our vn, right? Vn c count, right? If it is present, then we need to do v minus minus, and if it does not, c minus 1. And we need to check one condition here. If v is lesser than 0 or c is lesser than 0, then we can directly return false here, saying that they are not alike. Both the string is not alike in nature, or else. So we need to check a condition here. If v equal to 0 and c equal to 0, then we can directly return true here, or else return false. Okay, this is the pseudocode of this problem, and we'll be doing the pseudocode in the code wise and we'll see the solution. So this is the solution here. First I have initialized v and c count here, and I have initialized the set for storing all the ovals, and I have added all the ovals in the set, and smaller letters and capital letters. So and I have iterated over first half of string and incremented the oval count in constant count, and after doing that I have iterated over second half of a string and decremented the oval count in the constant count. If the oval counter's constant count turn out to be lesser than 0, then we can directly say that they are not, the string is alike, the two strings are alike, the two strings are not alike. So in that case we can return false, right? Or else we can return true here, right? So if we submit this, so it is passing every test case here. Okay, so this is the solution here.